Football is indeed awesome. It is the last Football is Awesome podcast of 2021. The reason I'm shaking because I'm actually running with my son outside. I don't have any time to record this podcast, really, to be honest. Because the kids are home from school for the holidays, I don't have much time to do podcasts, at least this week. And in fact, this episode is going to be shortened because of the fact that we couldn't get Kyle to do his certificate report because he's been covering a bunch of bowl games, one. Number two, the time slot I normally do this podcast on Tuesday afternoons was taken away from me because I had to go get tested with COVID, which thankfully I tested negative. So a lot of things going on this week. Kids are home from school, like I said, and dedicate my time to family and whatnot. So, this will be a shorter podcast than usual. But of course, let's follow everything on the feed, of course, and make sure you subscribe to the podcast, Take a Podcast. We got a lot of things coming up very soon in the next couple of days. I'm going to be announcing content in the next couple of days. So it's a great time to be part of this right now, honestly. Now, I did have some words already about John Madden's passing on the Unfiltered podcast I just put up, actually, I think a day ago, or 2 days ago, rather. And look, it holds true. John Madden was simply an icon. Calling him a legend is actually small, because you look at John Madden and his impact on football, outside of coaching, outside of broadcasting, I would argue that, to be honest, I don't even think it's even an argument. I haven't actually done an actual Mount Rushmore list of biggest influencers of the NFL. He's on that Mount Rushmore, without question. I would say him, and I'd probably say Steve/Ed Sable, because of NFL films, And then you could probably throw other names in there after that. But John Madden, any conversation you're having about football influence and just the impact of the game, John Madden's name is on that list, on top of that list, in fact. When you consider that how great a coach he was, coached only 10 years, but again, his all-time coaching record was he won 76% of his games. You look at his impact as a broadcaster. He's Pat Summerall and John Madden, the team, those two are arguably the greatest 1-2 tandem of broadcasting in the history of NFL, and I argue in sports as well, too. You look at Madden, he's working with Al Michaels, and his work, he did in general, in broadcasting. Also, his work he did as well with, of course, the branding of his video game was, to this day, we're now 3 decades in this thing, and, it has still tested time. The Madden game is still I would say it's still the best-selling game year after year, and has been for a long time, and so John Madden was a big piece of my childhood. You talk about figures in my own life, you look at people that impact the way I look at the world, the way I've viewed the world, the way the things I enjoy as a kid, even in my adulthood, from music, Michael Jackson, from sports, it's Michael Jordan, or, I'm not a Bulls fan, but Jordan impacted my life in terms of the sport, Magic Johnson, guys like that. You look at John Madden's imprint on my life, and, even when you didn't realize it, was always there. It was always there. And, John Madden's an icon. He's an icon. Like I said, the word legend seems small, because he's beyond that. He's beyond that. And we're going to miss him, obviously. He's been very private through the recent years, so obviously unless you were following little tidbits about his health. I heard his health was in the best shape recently. So it wasn't necessarily a shock that he passed away, but now that he's gone, it does hit. It hits hard. I've been watching old games. I typically do this anyway. When I go on YouTube, I watch old football games, whatever. I love watching those old NFL and CBS games with Madden and Summerall. Again, you look at all the classics they've done and the imprint, that they left. He's just John Madden was one of a kind. John Madden was one of a kind. It definitely stung. When I heard about his passing, it was a very sad day. But that's life. We move on and this and that. But so John Madden, the icon, just one of the absolute most important figures in the history of the NFL. So, before we go to our shortened podcast, like I said, today's going to be a shortened podcast. It was an awesome podcast due to the fact that, again, no Kyle this week. We had a shortened Mikey B's segment to shorten than we normally do it because he was at work. We had a small window to do it. And then Zach, of course, we did our picks. I did go 5-0 once again on my best bets. So I'm bragging again. So yeah, I'm on a roll, and hopefully we continue to do this. I'm not 15-30 for the year. So, but this week's game seems a lot tougher. A lot of big lines this week. We'll see. You'll see when Zach and I talk about the lines of the week or whatever. So anyway, this is the last awesome podcast of 2021. I hope you guys have a great, safe New Year's, and we'll see 2022. And until then, here's Mikey B, and then here is Zach also as well for our picks of the week. All right, here we go. Week number 17. Mikey B, what's up, buddy? You got 14 minutes one week to get this done.
Yeah, I'm at work. Let's do this.
You're making donuts. So let's go. Number 10, you got.
Who they think gonna beat them Bengals? Who they?
Dude, I almost had him my 10. I literally took him out last second. I don't know if you heard the Hell Up podcast. But yeah, I took him out for this team, Tennessee Titans, number 10.
525 yards, and they're 1 win away from the division title in a season that was supposed to be a rebuild. Go Bengals.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you 100%. All right, so number 9, what you got?
I have the Tennessee Titans at number 9.
Oh my God, you stage me, you fucker. Nice. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I'm actually trying to find my fucking list as I'm stalling here for a second. What the fuck? There he is. Number 9 had New England Patriots. I'll drop down 2 weeks in a row, 2 losses. We can't. That can't happen. Yeah.
Lost to 2 playoff teams.
Yeah, and the teams they lost to are higher on this list as a result. So how it goes. Number 8, you got.
Nobody circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, me too. Buffalo Bills number 8. Josh Allen's best game probably ever.
Yeah.
That's a grown man win right there. Grown man win.
That was a good one.
I was impressed, man. Buffalo. I think Buffalo. This is the win I think could change their season because after Kansas City really in the AFC, it's really wide open. And I don't see Kansas City's not a either myself. So, I mean, anything can happen there. So I'm with you.
That's wide open.
Yeah. All right, number 7. What you got?
I'm not ready to hit the panic button on this team as bad as you are. Give me Mac Jones and the New England Patriots.
Okay. Ding. There we go. Fine. There it is. Took a little while to load up. I'm not panicking, but you lose 2 games to 2 playoff teams. It gets weird. You know, you have to kind of, okay, you're still a top 10 team, but maybe you're not as good as we thought you were. You know, in the words of, my man.
But they are who we thought they were. And we let them off the hook.
I don't know. We'll see. All right. Number 7 for me was Arizona Cardinals. They didn't move. They didn't move by losing to Indy.
Just wait.
Oh,
Just
no.
wait.
Oh, no.
Just wait.
Because you had number 9 last week.
Just wait.
Okay. Number 6.
Give me the Indianapolis Colts.
Guess what? Me too. Yep.
Big question mark going into this week. Is Carson Wentz going to play?
The good news, though, because of the CDC rules now, lowering from 10 to 5 days isolation, that should be able to help him a lot.
Correct.
Big game against the Raiders, though, to be honest with you. Frisky Raiders. Frisky. Number 5.
Give me Tommy and the Bucks.
Big win against Carolina. I mean, kind of a team that probably is a bottom 5 team, probably, at least for me next week.
Rebound. Not a good win. A rebound.
Yeah. It's a nice rebound win, a nice little perception win, any doubts, out there. We're still here, 5 for me is, those damn Dallas Cowboys. Look, I get Washington's bad, I get it, but 56 points, dude. I mean, that's crazy.
How about them Cowboys?
That's pretty crazy. So, I think Cowboys are props. And the defense is, dude, that's the difference between Dallas team now and Dallas team in the last 10 years. Is our defense is just unreal. And that could be the elixir right there that makes them, a Super Bowl contender. So, we'll see. All right, number 4.
Hit that soundbite one more time.
How about them Cowboys?
There they are.
What stands up for the Cowboys for you? What stands out?
The fact that their offense, with Zeke Elliott not really being as prominent of a role as people were thinking he was going to be coming into the season because of Dak's injury, they have not missed a beat on offense.
Right. Yeah. And are we sure Zeke's any good anymore? Are we sure he's good? He was decent.
He will probably be playing somewhere else next season.
You think so?
I think they love Tony Pollard.
Definitely some offseason chatter for us when we get into February, March. Definitely. All right, number 4 for me was Tommy.
Tommy
Held on. They were 4 last week, 4 this week. And that's what it is. Bucks are still a little worried about the injuries and stuff. I mean, a little worried there, but I'm gonna trust Tommy and company to get the job done. So, all right, number 3, who you got?
For those of you who have followed along at home, my top 4 are not going to change. So give me Patty Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
What is it going to take for them to go crack the top 2 at least for you?
The Rams or Packers to lose.
I get it. 3 for me is the Rams. Yeah, and all of a sudden they've gone in a span of 2 weeks, gone from a team that we were thinking maybe just get the wild card to now they're probably going to run away with the NFC West.
Yeah,
Arizona's pretty bad. Not bad, but they're playing bad at the wrong time.
Falling apart.
Yeah. Hey, who's number 2 work for this week for you?
Number 2 works for the LA Rams. Bad game against a good Viking team. People don't give Kirk Cousins any credit. Really good Viking offense. Stayed with it, got through the Matt Stafford pickoffs, and found a way to get a win on the road in Minnesota, something that former Rams teams wouldn't have been able to do.
And to be fair, also too with these rankings throughout the week, the last month or so, even when the Rams struggled, you were still like, give him time.
Don't press the panic button on Matt Stafford.
Right, I'm with you. There'll be a change this week in my top 2. Number 2 for me is the Green Bay Packers. Yeah. Look, I'm a little concerned on Saturday. Baker Mayfield had a chance to win that game, actually. They literally were yards to be in field goal range to win that game. And
then he fucked it up.
Yeah. And that's another off-season chatter situation we'll talk about in February, March about his future in Cleveland and beyond. To me, 1 and 2 is a game of inches at this point. It's not really so much as a clear cut. It's a game of inches at this point. So that's what it is for me. Packers number 2. Number 1 for you, of course, be easy here.
Give me the MVP. Give me Ron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah. He is the MVP right now, in my opinion.
If he's not the MVP, the only person in the discussion is Jonathan Taylor. That's it.
Yes.
It's 1, it's 2, and then it's everybody else.
Yeah, 2-man race at this point. 2-man race. That's absolutely. Number 1 for me, as I said, my 16th favorite team of the 45 in the 32-team league before. Thank you, Jim. The Kansas City Chiefs. And now what you're seeing now.
Shocker.
And now what you're seeing now is them winning dominantly now. Now they're winning games running away now, like they used to.
Buddy, I mean, they beat geriatric Ben Roethlisberger with no Kelsey or fucking very little Tyreek Hill.
If the game was close, you'd be saying, oh, they're in trouble now.
No, I would say that they did their job and beat geriatric Ben Roethlisberger. Guy's a fucking bum.
He's done. He is so done.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about like, oh, well, he'll be back somewhere. He's retired.
No. Yes, bye.
So, all right. As always, we do our sad 5 every week. This sad 5 for me was harder this week than the top 10, honestly. So
it wasn't as hard for me, but I understand your thoughts.
28 to 32. Let's do it. 28. Who you got?
Heartbreaking loss on the road in Atlanta. Give me the Lions.
Yeah, that was a tough one. But give me the Texans number 28. That's you beat the Chargers who were fighting for a playoff spot. That's a pretty big win there. Got to get some credit to move up a little bit. 29?
I will take I don't know who's playing quarterback for this team. Is it Cam Newton? Is it Sam Darnold? Is it me? Is it you? Give me the Carolina Panthers.
I'll tell you what. They're a week away from probably being in the bottom 5. They're getting close. They're getting pretty close.
Awful.
Oh, they're pretty bad. They're bad. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. 29 of the Lions for me. I can't leave them out of 5 because they stayed in that game with Atlanta, but they
had a shot to win that game until they took the pick with 50 seconds.
Yeah. But if you can beat Minnesota and you can beat some of those teams and whatever Arizona, you should be able to at least beat Atlanta. But that's my opinion. 30.
Jets suck.
I also went 30 despite the win against Jacksonville.
Yeah, because they beat the number 32 ranked team in both of our power rankings.
That's right.
Because 31 is the Giants.
For you, it is the Giants. For me, it's not. It's the Jaguars.
Oh, my God. You put the Giants last. You're the worst.
Yes, I did.
You're literally the worst human being in the world.
I am. The Giants.
You are the worstest, according to Todd. The worstest.
Ding. More dings.
This is so bad. Can we also, before we wrap this up, because I have 4 minutes.
Idiot.
The best 7 and 8 team in football, the Atlanta Falcons.
I'm done with that.
No Calvin Ridley, bum ass Cordero Patterson playing fucking running back / wide receiver. Matt Ryan having a great year. Everybody put them in their bottom 5 at the start of the year. They're a game under 500.
That's true, but they ain't making the playoffs though.
Oh hell no.
No, I think the 7 teams you see right now in the lockstep right now through 16 weeks, that is your playoff spot. That is your playoffs right there.
Probably.
We'll figure out the seedings in 6 and 7, but I think the 7 teams you see there are the teams.
Oh yeah.
So good job, Mikey.
I gotta get back to work.
No problem, buddy. Later.
Listen to us Thursday. Take Your Wrestling podcast at that thing. Follow us on Twitter, all that fun shit. Until next time, see you later, guys.
Hey, bye.
Peace.
All right, it's week number 17 of EJ vs. Degenerate. It's Zach, of course. Zachary, what's up, buddy? Last one of 2021.
Yeah, man. Hopefully I win.
Well, you did win this week. So when we recorded the last episode, we were still tied going into week 16 because we had recorded the segment before the 2 games on Tuesday. So I won last week, and then you won this week. So now we're tied evenly going into the last 2 weeks of the year. So it's a very good chance that we may end up even. The way this is going, we may end up even the rest of the season. So I'm wondering if we should, like I said, I think I mentioned this a couple weeks ago on the podcast, but maybe we should consider pushing this into the playoffs. I don't know how you want to work this.
Well, I mean, I'm better at picking the good teams than I am the crappy teams. So, yeah, right. Put it right in my wheelhouse.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. We got 2 weeks to go. We'll see how the thing plays out. Because remember, we do have 18 weeks in the year. So here we go. So first game, there's no Saturday games. There's obviously no Thursday games. So here we go. First game of the weekend, we have the Atlanta Falcons head to Buffalo to face the Buffalo Bills. The Bills, red hot off the big win against the Patriots, are 14.5-point favorites. The over/under is 43.5. Atlanta's been kind of weird. Like you forget they're actually 7-8. Like you would think they're a lot worse than their record is.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't believe they're 7-8. I look at them, and I think, okay, they're 5-9, somewhere around there. Or technically 5-11 now.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Buffalo, big grown man win in Foxborough.
No, it wasn't. Okay,
what?
That was a fluke when they won in Buffalo. That's what they were supposed to do.
What, you mean the Bills in New England?
Yes.
Okay.
The Bills were supposed to dominate.
This is a lot of points. It's a lot of points for the Bills here. I'm taking Atlanta on the points. Atlanta's still playing for something here too. I don't think they'll get into the playoffs, but there's still a chance. There's still a chance. So I'm gonna take Atlanta on the points here. I'm not sure they win the game, but there's a lot of freaking points here, even in Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take the over in the game because you're telling me you're favored by more than 2 touchdowns, and the over/under is 43.
Right.
So low, so I'll take the over.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like that bet. All right, next one here we have. Here we go. The New York Football Giants, pathetic as they are, bottom of my rankings this week, heading to Chicago, face the Bears. The Bears are 6-point favorites. Check out this over/under, 36.5. Wow. Here's a question: who's coaching the Giants this week? Are we done with Jake Fromm already? Is Jake Fromm? Are we off that narcotic already? After like one half of football?
Come on, he was never any good in college.
Yeah.
All right, but that's another one. You have to take the over, don't you? It's so low.
Or you get to Chicago, who's actually better than the Giants. The Giants are just awful. They are the worst. I don't throw out all win-loss records right now in the league. They are the worst team in football right now.
You really think they would lose to Jacksonville?
Yeah, right now, absolutely. I mean, that case. Yes, I'm saying. You know what? Just cover this game.
All right, I'll take the over.
Take the over? Okay. Next game here this is a big game. Kansas City Chiefs heading to Cincinnati face the Bengals. The Chiefs right now are 5.5-point favorites. The over/under is 51 points. The Bengals have pretty much wrapped up the AFC North. They got a game lead over the Ravens with the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
So anything happens, they win the division pretty much. Kansas City's still playing for something because the number 1 seed is still in grasp. They can't end up tied with Tennessee because Tennessee will get the bye week. Yeah, due to the head-to-head matchup early in the year. This does smell letdown for the Chiefs in some degree because they've been so good the last 2 months. But I'm not gonna go ahead and put my stamp on that. So I'm gonna go take the over in this game.
Yeah, I'm going with my trend right now. Give me another over.
Yeah, I just, even though it would not shock me the Bengals win this game, I can't put my finger on the Chiefs losing outright. So let me get the over. All right, next game here, another huge game this week in the AFC playoff picture. We have the Miami Dolphins heading to Tennessee to face the Titans. The Titans are 3.5-point favorites. The over/under is 39.5. Tennessee, look, it's not sexy, but they're getting the job done. They're getting the job done with Derrick Henry, and now we hear reports that he could be back as early as next week. Which if I'm Tennessee, I'm taking my time on that one. This is my opinion. Miami's red hot. They're red hot.
Yeah. I mean, what did their offense put? Miami, yeah, they're red hot, but Tua put up 1 touchdown.
Yeah. And that's a concern.
That offense is horrible.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. And this is the game, really. I mean, I'm not knocking the 7-game winning streak. I'm obviously rooting for the Dolphins to get in the playoffs, all that. But this is the game where, okay, if you're if you're good as you say you are, this is the game to prove it. I think they'll beat New England next week at home. This game is the one I'm really worried about. Give me Tennessee. Well, no, give me the over for this one.
Yeah, I'm the other way. Give me the under. I mean, it's 2 teams that struggle with points at times. So
I can see that.
I'll take the under.
All right, next game here, we have the Las Vegas Raiders heading to Indianapolis to face the Colts. The Colts are right now 6.5-point favorites. The over/under is 44 points. I got made fun of on my recent appearance on the Hull Up podcast on Tuesday, where I called the Raiders kind of frisky because they are kind of frisky. They're 8-7 right now. They're hanging around. Not that good, but they're hanging around. Carson Wentz, obviously, he's been out with COVID, but with the new CDC regulations now, he may be able to play this game because it's now cut in half from 10 to 5 days isolation, which I believe the 5th day is literally on Saturday. So, but I'll tell you what, the Colts have been really good, and I think they'll win this game. But Vegas has been kind of weird with some of these good games. They hang around in some of these games they shouldn't be winning, and sometimes win those games. The Dallas game and Thanksgiving, for example, is one of them. Give me Vegas on the points here.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'll take Vegas just for the simple fact there's the slightest bit of chance that Wentz doesn't start. If Wentz doesn't start, they've got no hope. I believe so.
Right. Colts still win this game, I think, overall. The Raiders just they're kind of frisky. That's what I'm going to say. All right, next game here we have the Jacksonville Jaguars heading to New England to face the Patriots. The Patriots are 16-point favorites. The over/under is 41 points. What difference 2 weeks makes? And Pats have gone from the darlings of the AFC now to lose 2 in a row to 2 quality teams, and all of a sudden, maybe not as good as they thought they were.
Oh, you mean they're not your Super Bowl contender like your Cowboys?
Well, the AFC's easy to make a splash, though. That's the thing. So after Kansas City, anybody can make a splash in that conference. I think the Pats will be pissed off this week. You need the Pats to cover 16 points.
I'm going to take the under in the game.
Wow, really?
It's just so many points. I could see a 16-9. I could literally see 17-3.
I can see 27-3.
So
I can see both happening. 27-3. I can see both happening here, to be honest with you.
Hey, even 27-3. There you go.
Yeah. So you're taking the under?
Yep.
All right. I got Pats to cover this game. I just thought of pure, discuss themselves. All right. Next game here, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers heading to New York face the Jets. The Bucs are 13-point favorites. The over/under is 45 points. Wow. A lot of big spreads this week, actually, in week 17. Normally the trend is that bad teams end up being dangerous at the end of the year because they're playing for jobs. My whole thing. Vegas doesn't agree this week, apparently. So, you know what? Give me the under in this game.
Yeah, and give me Tampa Bay to cover.
13 points?
Yes. Okay, it's 13 points. You're asking a rookie of Mac Jones to cover 16 against the Jags.
I think
but Tom Brady can't do 13.
I think the Pats defense will put up 14 points alone. That's why.
Yeah. Give me Tampa Bay to cover.
All right, I got the under in this game. All right, here we go. Your game. You have the Philadelphia Eagles heading to Washington to face the football team. The Eagles are 3-point favorites. The over-under is 44.5. Is Heineke back for this game? Heineke's back, right?
Yeah. That's why it's only 3 points.
Yeah. I believe this may be a win-and-in situation for the Eagles, I think. If I'm not mistaken. Is this?
I don't know. I haven't read all the possible playouts.
Anyway, Washington is ready to quit on the team, so give me Philadelphia to win and cover.
Oh, yeah. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah. Isn't it disgusting to say that out of your mouth, man? I want to throw up now hearing that. And this game here, we have the LA Rams heading to Baltimore face the Ravens. The Rams are 3.5-point favorites. The over-under is 47 points. If Lamar was playing this game, or if we knew he was playing this game, I would go Baltimore, honestly. It's not desperation. Because we know what's going on with him, the Rams cover this game.
Baltimore's got nothing on defense. Nothing anymore.
Right.
I don't care if Lamar is at MVP level.
Right.
They wouldn't be in this game. Give me the Rams.
Yeah, I'm the Rams also too. We just don't know if he's playing or not. So, and some reports the way it sounds like he's not playing this weekend. So, next game here we have a really big divisional game here between Denver Broncos heading to LA face the Chargers. The Chargers are 6.5-point favorites. Over under 46.5. Your Chargers, man. God, every time you one step
every damn crap team, they let me down. Every single crap game.
3 steps back every single week. I can't trust them, dude. Trust them.
I'm taking Denver.
I am too. I don't know if they'll win the game, but definitely the points.
Yeah.
Definitely with you on that one. All right, another big spread here. Here we go. Houston Texans heading to San Francisco facing the Niners. The Niners are 20-point favorites. The over-under is 44 points. This is the team that's beat the Chargers last week. San Francisco probably should have won that game with Tennessee. I think they'll go ahead and mark revenge here, and I think they'll cover the spread.
What's the spread again?
12.5. Home.
Just under 13.
Vegas knows something, don't they?
I'm gonna go with David Mills. I'm gonna roll the dice with Houston.
Yeah. He's been playing decent actually too. They may have something there. We'll see. Let's go see here. 5 more games to go. Probably game of the week here. Arizona Cardinals heading to Dallas to face the Cowboys. The Cowboys are 5.5-point favorites. The over-under is 51.5. Zach, what's happened to Arizona, man? What's happened?
Okay, I can understand a little bit about what's going on with Arizona. They never should have been the best team in the conference. But this kind of slide, I mean, and you can blame it more on their offense than you can their defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying that teams are figuring out Cliff Kingsbury, but I honestly think Murray's not built to play now a 17-game regular season at a high level.
There's something there. It's interesting too because we discussed this I think a week ago about Kingsbury and about his future because I'm not saying he's on the hot seat by no means. I mean Arizona's a playoff team, but he's a lame duck coach next year. How much do you pay this guy? I mean, and the thing that's shocking about Arizona right now is the slide. It's not so much that they're losing games now; it's the timing of it. Time of year they're doing it.
They do it. This is 3 years in a row.
Right. At some point, you got to figure it out. So maybe his ceiling comes down a little lower in terms of his pay grade. We'll see. That in that case anyway, I think Arizona's hearing the chatters. I think it's one of the points here. I'm not sure they win the game, but I think they show up this week because Dallas. It's a big game, big spot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Arizona shows up.
Yeah, whether they win, we'll see what happens there. This is a shit game. Carolina Panthers heading to New Orleans face the Saints. The Saints are 7-point favorites. The over-under is 38 points. Who cares? Carolina by the end of this game might be in my bottom 5 next week. They've been so bad the last month or so.
And it coincided with bringing in
Cam Newton.
Freaking Cam Newton.
I love Cam Newton, man, but he's done. He's like Big Ben done. I don't think he's a good backup at this point.
Here's a real question. Would you rather risk your franchise for one more year with Big Ben or Cam Newton?
Big Ben.
Yeah, okay.
Big Ben.
I agree.
I've at least seen some decent moments from Big Ben this year. Times. So give me in that case though a low under here. Give me the under at 38 points.
Yeah, I would have thought the under should have been lower, so I'm taking the under.
Surprised not lower than the Giants game yesterday, but whatever. All right, next game here we have the Detroit Lions heading to Seattle, face the Seahawks. The Seahawks are 7-point favorites. The over/under is 43. Seattle officially out of the playoff contention. Detroit is this,
They're
playing
frisky.
They're frisky. They're playing good football. I mean, look, they lost. They said Atlanta last week too. They've been playing some good football last couple weeks. I'm gonna write them here again. Detroit in points. Seattle's good. They're done.
I'm just gonna take the over in the game.
43.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more games here to go. Minnesota Vikings head to Green Bay, face the Packers. The Packers are 6.5-point favorites. The over/under is 46.5 points. Minnesota's technically still in the playoff race, but I think they're done. Green Bay almost lost to Cleveland last week. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to make a statement this week. Plus, they lost to Minnesota early in the year. The Packers will cover this game.
Yeah. Wait, this is the Sunday night game or the Monday night?
This is a Sunday night game, actually.
Monday night.
Did they fix anything this week?
Damn it.
Let me hold on.
No, it's prime time, so it's Kirk Cousins.
I'm making sure because it makes sure the flex is coming in play. No, it's still Sunday night.
Yeah, it's too much of a primetime game. I'm going to have to take Green Bay to cover.
Oh, yeah, without question. Plus, they're done anyway. Minnesota's done. And the Meg's going to get fired in 2 weeks. All right, and finally, Monday Night Football. Possibly Big Ben's last Monday Night Football game of his career. Cleveland Browns heading to Pittsburgh face the Steelers. The Browns are 3-point favorites. The over-under is 40.5. Now, both of these teams are still in the playoff race. For what it's worth. This is still a big game. And it depends how everything plays out on Sunday. This game could be more substantial to both these teams, depending on how they play out. So, give me the over in this game.
Wow.
Slide over.
The under sounded so good to me. But I'm going to do something crazy.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to take the Steelers.
Wouldn't surprise me.
And I almost think the Steelers will win the game.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Just to screw up the playoff picture even more in that division.
But, dude, that Detroit tie is going to cost them. Because right now they would be I think in the either 5, 6, or 7 right now in the playoff race. That tie is hanging bad for them right now.
Hey, if you can't beat the Lions, you shouldn't be in the playoffs.
I agree 100%. Although they have Big Ben. I had the over in this game as well too. Real quick before we go, Baker Mayfield. I mean, they're probably gonna have to. My opinion is that you just let it ride on another year, no extension, no new money, and then we'll see what happens there. And I think at some point.
Yeah. I mean, at most, I'd throw out an offer of $20 million a year for 5 years.
And he'll turn that down, I'm sure.
Yeah, but you know what you do? You give him an early escape clause after like 2 years.
My thing is this: he has one more year on his rookie deal next year. He'll probably work it out. Most likely, if he doesn't dramatically improve, they'll franchise him for another year, depending on unless they are in a situation where they can get another quarterback. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what it is. Whether or not they make a trade, or because there's no one this year to draft.
No, not at all.
That you can feel confident in.
And they're not bad enough. So before we go, predictions. College football playoff. Michigan and Georgia. Who you got?
Michigan.
Oh man, I'm hoping you're right, man. But I got Georgia. I think my biggest issue is which Georgia team is the one we're going to see tomorrow. The one that was dominant up until the SEC title game, or the one that got the doors handed to them against the Alabama. That's the big question.
If I'm betting, I'm definitely taking Michigan and Alabama.
Yeah, I think they're +6 right now.
Yeah, it was 8 at one when it first opened.
Yeah, I'll take +6 on Michigan. And then they got Alabama and Cincinnati. We know who for it, but
yeah. Oh well.
I think Bama covers.
Yeah.
Bama covers. So
Zach, good job. Good luck with your picks this week. We're tied, like I said, and we'll see what happens there.
All right, good luck, man. Be
You
ready
go?
to buy me dinner.
All right, buddy. Later, bud.
Later.
Later.